to the church because I've been sitting in the car for a couple of days in a shit ton of pain, so I had to get out. My ear infection, it doesn't hurt, it just makes me nauseous. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Oh, are you wanting me in?
Yeah. Are we allowed in?
Yeah, we're allowed in.
I'm only the second scariest person here. I said I'm only the second scariest person here. Bless you. I was in Royal Rangers.
Oh, okay.
How you doing today?
Bless you. Hurting a lot.
What would you like to drink? Some milk, coffee, water?
Bourbon? Milk.
We can do that.
Thanks.
That's milk business. Enjoy.
Bless you.
David has at least 40 or more.
Bless you. Bless you.
I don't mean necessarily.
It's not to have them big enough, what we have with it. Okay, actually, we could probably use twice that big.
It's got inert. Next up is another RPG. This one is Chinese, probably. It's got a inert grenade there. And then the backpack. I think that's a Russian backpack, though. We're looking at it in sort of its, like, its storage or travel mode. Click this little pouch. Uncover the trigger area. Very simple. Got a flip-up sight there. Goes over your shoulder. Hold the pistol grip. The rocket. Go in this end. Things would fold up.
Yeah, you did enough, okay?
Rockets we're used to seeing. Really interesting. Simple, nothing to it. Pull the trigger, lights the rocket, which shoots the grenade. That's the hardest part to find on these is the big light each round. Now taking a look at this one over the shoulder. Much more simple. Very lightweight. Not much to it but a trigger and a tube. And you can see that it's D-milled. There's a big hole in it and then that rod going down it, so you can't really put much into it. RPG.
View on Facebook. I think the way I'm afraid if I click on
Well, anyway,
things
that was your house meeting.
Thank you. I'm here for a couple reasons. One, I'm really scared. This morning, approximately 6:30 a.m. Unfortunately, we had a male suspect who has now been arrested, repeatedly drive through this park, targeting people that were in the park in the early morning hours. I don't know how we escaped this morning's event without significant injuries and death to the people in this park this morning. I also want to really ask the community, if they were a witness to this incident, would you please contact the Boulder Police Department with any information that you have. Again, we are so lucky not to have significant injuries to multiple people. Deputy Chief Redford is going to run you through the chain of events that happened this morning. I also think it's very important for transparency to get as much information out to the community so they know what's going on in the community. So we are going to be very transparent what we know right now. I always like to caution everybody that this is all preliminary. We're working with the District Attorney's Office to secure charges, the appropriate charges on this suspect. And I really do appreciate you getting this message out to the community. I am going to turn this over to Deputy Chief Redford, who will give you a play-by-play of the incident this morning. I'll be glad to stay here and answer as many questions as possible. Thank you for coming out.
Good afternoon. As the chief said, my name is Steve Redford. I'm the deputy police chief here at Boulder Police. I'm going to give you a little bit of information about what happened and then some information about the person we arrested this morning. So this morning around 6:26 a.m., Boulder Communications received a call saying that there had been a truck in the park here behind me trying to run individuals over. At that time, the person told dispatch that this had happened 5 minutes ago and indicated that it was not in progress. About 6:30, we received another phone call saying the truck was back in the park, actively trying to run people over. Our officers responded emergent and were here within about a minute. When they got here, the truck was no longer in the park. Witnesses advised that the truck left in a south direction. Our numerous officers set up in the area. We had our drone team come out and we began to search for the vehicle. A short time later, the vehicle was found to the south of this location off of 15th and Arapahoe in a parking lot. The vehicle had sustained significant damage, which is consistent with the vehicle hitting some of the objects in the park behind me. At that point, our investigation into the owner of that vehicle commenced to try to figure out who was driving the truck today. While that was happening, officers continued their search in the area and located the owner of the vehicle nearby this location on foot. The subject was indeed the owner of the car and came to the police department to answer some questions. Through the great work of our...
Well, that's news to me. You probably can't see it in the recording because it's not in here. But this is the band shell off of Broadway and Canyon. It's Boulder Creek behind there. The waterfalls.
Patrol officers as well as detectives, probable cause was established to charge the owner of the vehicle, who was the driver at the time of this incident, with at a minimum 4 counts of attempted first-degree murder for intentionally trying to run over people in the park. What we did learn as well, from the time the incident in the park happened to the time he was taken, was contacted nearby, this person also broke into an animal hospital that is a block or two east of here. He injured himself in that process, and we will be exploring charges for that burglary as well. Of note, we're also investigating the charges of driving under the influence of narcotics, specifically methamphetamine, as well. So the initial 4 charges that he was arrested on today are the most serious, we believe, but we're exploring other charges as well. The name of the person that we arrested today is Bruce A. Alvey, which is A-L-V-E-Y. 426 of 79 is his date of birth. The information we received is that the person was, Mr. Alvey was living out of that truck that he used in this attack and did not have a permanent fixed address. That is kind of the brief rundown of how things transpired this morning, and we'll, I believe, take any questions at this time. Yes, ma'am. So it's a good question. We don't know his intentions other than the fact that he clearly came to this park for some reason or another. Some of the individuals that were in the park at the time we believe were unhoused, but we don't know if that was his specific intent or not. It's something we're still working on. Also something we're still working on. We only learned of that burglary a short time ago. We're working on some evidence there that ties him to that location, but we're exploring what, if anything, might have been taken. I don't have his entire record. I know that we have at least 1 or 2 prior arrests in the city of Boulder. He was arrested and charged with the crime of felony menacing in 2021, and I don't know the outcome of that case. That was filed into Boulder District Court. Amazingly, there were not even, as far as I'm aware, minor injuries, and we had people jumping out of the way of the truck and things like that. So no one was struck with the vehicle, which there was more than one very close call where literally people were jumping out of the way, running for their lives, essentially. Go ahead, Chief.
That was a really good question, and the thing that's scary about the
registered for terrorism, making an Afghan.
It's not an Afghan, it's a blanket.
Did I hear my name?
Pardon?
My name? I thought I heard somebody say terrorism.
Why do I have hearing difficulties?
I got an ear infection, no joke, in each ear.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's because I smoke too much in my car. I also have a really smelly car. So I burn incense. I'm pretty sure all that smoke is that.
Oh, yeah. Just quit smoking then. Quit smoking, man. Don't.
That helps cover the smell of whatever the food is.
Oh, okay. That works then. Okay. Use my standard line. Don't support Marlboro.
That's why.
Don't support.
Man, I tell you what, I am squeaking like a pubescent. Too much screaming, I think.
Hey Gary, when I was a kid, I had smoke, right? So let's taste it.
Goonies.
Right? They never say that.
Are you sure about that? Because I think I just heard you said it.
Oh, you guys want to smoke, huh? Smoke this. Not one of us.
Excuse me, sorry.
I spiked two over in my day. And a book
I don't think they have any right now. I can check though tomorrow,
started smoking.
and
Really?
I won't be in until later tomorrow, but if I find out that I can get one by Thursday, I'll let you know. Because sometimes they have them, but our pastor's out of town, he's the one that signs for things. But yeah, sometimes we do. Are you almost out of gas?
I got like that much gas.
It was a good year then.
I keep getting sicker, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
These aren't free services. I'm going to 3 to 5 days in a week.
Yeah.
And I have to travel. I can't really go up the mountains, being able to go 20 miles up there. I don't understand it.
Right. But yeah, sometimes they do, but I don't know if there's any, I didn't see any today when I was up there in the office, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't have some put somewhere, because I'm not the normal secretary.
I'm going to call you normal, that's rude.
Well, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
So she went to the piano and it was 86.
Thank you as well.
26.
My sister's 28.
My husband's is the first.
So we're the good ones, April.
Oh, wait, I have to walk back to my vehicle. Thank
Leave it
you.
alone.
Alright, Mexican 445 Aurora. That was Eileen, one of her daughters. They're very sweet people. Oh. And you're asking about gas, like I said I would. I'm pretty friggin' low on it. Obviously, there's a lot of idiots that are mad at me because of what's up, but it's worth it. Showing the truth and reality of the situations, rather than just listen to people based on, well, in most cases, a very undeserved reputation. If you're a shitty excuse for a human being and you go through 6 weeks of cop training and then you go work for a piece of shit cop, are you magically a good person all of a sudden? The answer is no. Going to lean up against this building for an hour or two. Fucking my back hurts. God damn, the cops are some crooked pieces of shit nationwide. A lot of people really like the cops. Most of them live in houses. The majority of them got a lot of money. Of course, compared to us out here, everybody got a lot of money. I'm not sure if you noticed, but here on my channel I didn't give shitty women no leeway. I did my best to give them an equal chance to the men. Of course, you notice the men disappeared a whole hell of a lot quicker. It's awful kind of them. Jamie once told me, Sean, everything a woman does is planned. Everything. He also said women change their mind more often than they change their underwears. Now, from a perfectionist standpoint, yeah, I suppose that kind of works. You know, you figure the room will look good with black trim and gold filigree. Then you realize that silver would really go better in that decorum. I don't think that word come out right, but I don't have any teeth, and I'll use that as my excuse. But when you got to get something out that functions, that's probably what we need to work on. In World War II, the Germans, they put a lot of focus on making everything perfect, didn't they? And in the process of trying to make everything perfect, they made stuff that was over-engineered, too complicated, too difficult, and non-user-friendly when it comes to maintenance. Sometimes you gotta standardize. See, the reason that the Japanese produced only a few aircraft carriers in World War II, and America produced over 100, it's because of standardization. Keep it simple, stupid. If you want to build something beautiful, and you want to take your time, and you want to change your mind all the time, well, that's what the Germans did. They kept on changing their minds. Wanted to stop production and get this special and that special option. And then you got to have an outfitting room. The United States went, oh, fuck it with all of that. We're going to make a whole bunch of this. And that's just how it's going to be.
Don't be in the trouble with shit. Oh, okay.
Turned out that mass quantities were always going to crush the Germans. They just simply didn't have the numbers. Even if they'd have had the production levels necessary, they did not have the numbers. One of the things we often compare in World War II is the thickness of the armor. Steel you have produced in your area, and then you just roll it so it's more dense. You need to case harden it. Where the Germans used Krupp steel. Krupp steel is a lot harder. I don't know if I could say it's more dense. I haven't put a lot of studies into it. But the Germans built just about everything out of it. And yet the 38T, which was a Czechoslovakian tank, or a Czech tank, it was rolled homogeneous armor, and they only got a few of them. And they were able to keep them going until 1943. There's even a few surviving examples today. Not in very good condition. There's one of them that's still in service, although it was a museum ship, or a museum piece for a while. I guess I'll have to come back on Thursday. Got stuff to do tomorrow and the next day too. Seems I'm never gonna get up the mountain. Fucking Christ. All right. Well, we got somebody on here making an account to be a troll. Fucking punks. What do we do? Take a screenshot? Hide user on this channel. Fuck this goddamn country.